Why ain't nobody tell me season 2 of Reasonable Doubt was getting so good? I fell a little behind, but now I'm back on it. We're going to be reviewing episodes 3 and 4. Anyways, hello. Welcome to my channel, TV-DICTION, where we talk about all my latest TV obsessions. As you can tell by the title, we'll be reviewing episodes 3 and 4 of season 2 for Reasonable Doubt. Let's dive right into episode 3. The search for Chanel is on because, she's a runner. She's a track star. Her cousin is on the verge of a whole breakdown. As you know, she did put up her house as collateral for Chanel to be able to post bail. Like, girl, what are you doing? Your cousin about to lose her house and her husband. Jax and Corey are still disagreeing on whether or not Chanel should have posted bail. And I'm agreeing with Corey on this one, as clearly Chanel couldn't have been trusted. The minute they let her ass out, she went on the run. She really should have stayed behind them bars for real. The only clue left behind of Chanel's whereabouts is the information for a safety deposit box that she left in her daughter Jordan's backpack. But that was a bust because the only things in there were photos that showcased her abuse, of course, and papers stating that she left legal guardianship of Jordan to her cousin Sally. Y'all, dealing with this case is going to put Jax through an emotional ringer. We seen that Jax was on the verge of another anxiety attack. However, luckily she was able to call Lewis and he was able to, have her use some breathing techniques to be able to calm herself down. Not Chanel being on the run with JT's best friend / mentee. Chanel, you are making it so hard to be rooting for you, girl. How the hell are you in a relationship with your dead husband's best friend / mentee? To the point that he's an accomplice to you being on the run from the law. She got her cousin worried sick about losing her house and potentially her husband. And she out here playing house with the abuser's best friend / mentee. What are we doing here, girl? But dang, Corey ain't had to read our girl like that. Talking about, are you a friend trying to help someone on the run? Or are you her lawyer? Gagged. But I mean, he's not wrong. Jax is too emotionally involved in this case for sure. Chanel, girl, the time for you to have cold feet about, being on the run was the second you thought about being on the run. Way before you actually committed to being on the run, you should have second guessed it, girl. And how long has this relationship with Adrian been going on to the point that y'all saying y'all love each other and that he's ready to leave everything behind for you? I am curious to know. Who the hell is Peter Thomas? Why are you checking on the status of an inmate? What are you hiding, Mrs. Prosecutor? What are you hiding? Not cousin Sally house getting raided. Not her putting up her house as collateral for Chanel's bail without informing her husband. Girl, are you okay? Not even a run by, not even a, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. Like, you just went up and said, oh, that's my cousin. Yeah, we finna put this house up on collateral. No questions asked? Ma'am. Miss Mamas, are you okay? Corey ate with that speech on that IG Live, I think Corey's game plan has a good chance of working out because at the end of the day, he's always focused on portraying Chanel as a victim, which is going to be important throughout this whole case, because she's going to need people to be able to sympathize with her in her situation. And given the opportunity without Jax's so much interference, I really think that Corey could win the case. Now, Adrian, please come to the front of the podium, because being on the run knowing you have a recognizable face from playing football is wild as fuck, because you should have known that it wouldn't be long before you're spotted out, and somebody knows who you are. Like, you literally out here just going to a gas station, no mask, no nothing. You used to play football. Somebody was bound to recognize you. Y'all really don't be smart criminals for real. Jax, we're not catching feelings for our co-counsel, okay? That hug with Corey was a little too close for comfort, okay? Distance between the two of y'all. I'm glad to see that Lewis is getting firsthand look to seeing how navigating your career and the kids ain't as easy as he thought. I bet he's regretting that ultimatum he gave Jax now. Out here talking about give up her career to stay home with the kids. It's not as easy as you thought. And juggling both is not easy either. Now look at you, trying to juggle your career and take care of the kids, and you're struggling. She was just trying to make that point too. It's hard, but she was doing it. Adrian and Chanel out here in this parking lot waiting for Dallas, not even knowing that Dallas done got himself cased up with his own shit, okay? He done got arrested. And the police breaking the rule, like, all Jax asked was for them not to pull up with sirens. And here they are pulling up with the sirens, making a spectacle of the situation. Like, Jax was going to get her to peacefully go. Y'all ain't even need to do all of that. She said no sirens. And y'all went and did what y'all want to do and pulled up with the dang sirens. Police never be listening, dog, for real. I think that it was extremely unfair of Chanel to blame Jax for her going on the run. Like, that's too much pressure to put on your friend who's trying to help you out. Like, what do you mean you thought she gave up? She didn't believe you, so you had to run? No, ma'am. You made that conscious decision to run with your boy toy. That's not on her. And let's not act like you didn't have this plan already drawn up way before you got arrested. Like, you and Adrian planning to be on the run together was definitely premeditated. You ain't just come out and be like, oh, let's go on the run. No. Y'all thought about it and planned it out. That was always an option for you. So don't be blaming Jax now. That is all on you. Your decisions, ma'am. I hate to say it, but I do agree with Lewis. I don't think that it was a good idea for Jax to be on the defense team for Chanel. Like, it is really way too close to home. And time again, we're seeing Jax act from an emotional standpoint and not a point of logic. Like, she's not able to put her, friend hat down and strap on her lawyer hat. Right now, she's acting as, Chanel's friend, which I know Chanel needs friends right now. But in this capacity, Jax need to be her lawyer. She need that bulldog that Jax is for every other case. She can't get wrapped up in the emotions. To me, Sally's husband has every right to be upset because, girl, that is crazy. How do you even make such a big decision without even consulting your husband? You put everything that the two of you worked so hard for on the line without even consulting him about the situation. Like, where they do that at? Corey, what is the ulterior motive now, okay? I'm over here saying that Jax is too emotionally involved with this case, and you're over here being too emotionally involved with the Isabella case, and that's being the reason why you took on Chanel's case. I don't see this ending well, but I'm going to still hold out hope for you because, like I said before, I do think that your plan to actually, portray Chanel as a true victim will work. Now, what else does Adrian got himself wrapped up in? Like, what is going on? Harper, who is this man coming for Adrian? Somebody please tell me. Dang, Chanel reliving that night she killed JT through that nightmare was a lot, and it was actually hard to watch. And that was pure rage right there. She was clearly a woman fed up. Like, she meant that with her whole chest, the way she was hitting that man. She really did. Lewis should have encouraged his son more when finding out that he wanted to try out for Hamilton. He should have told him to go for it and basketball could wait. Like, Troy Bolton did it, so why can't he? I don't think that it's wise for Jax to keep putting up a fight or a rebuttal for every idea that Corey comes up with. I think she needs to start trusting him more. Like, you went to him because you trusted that he can do the job. Now let him do the job. Like, every idea that Corey has brought so far, Jax is so quick to shut it down. But it's like, why bring him on then if you're going to shut down every idea? Come on now. Chanel and Jamarian's relationship started so sweet and innocent, but don't they always? They show you the sweetest part of who they are to get you to fall in love with them, and then they flip the switch and completely turn into the devil. Like, yeah, he did everything right to get her, and then turned on her and became so abusive, emotionally and physical. Like, sir, men, do better, please. Louis is looking like he's really struggling with being the supportive dad, because I really disliked how he was not supportive of his son being open about him wanting to do Hamilton versus, playing basketball. Note to parents, please support and encourage your kids to follow their dreams, okay? Even if you disagree with them, they have a dream, let them go for it. Harpo, who is this man that Adrian is wrapped up with? I ask again. And why does he feel so entitled to that $30 million? Was Adrian playing Chanel this whole time just to get the money for this man? I ain't gonna lie though, I died when Chanel called that lady a fake ass Cleo looking bitch. Why would you say that, Chanel? I think that for the remainder of the season, I am going to keep reiterating this. Jax is too close to this case. She is too emotionally involved, and I don't think that she can put that friend hat down and pick up the lawyer hat for Chanel. I don't think she can, and Chanel needs the lawyer, not the friend right now. It's critical for her to have Jax the lawyer and not Jax the friend right now. My guy Danny needs a raise, okay? That man out here really working the case, trying to collect all the evidence. Like, he is taking the pictures. He is picking things out the trash. Danny is on the job, okay? Shout out to you, Danny. The interviewer with Chanel was pissing me off so bad. Like, I get it. She had a job to do, but dang, she could have showed more compassion towards Chanel, okay? She's trying to get the scoop, but like, show some compassion. She is willing to sit down and talk to you, but can you act like you give a damn? Like, this man was abusing her for God knows how long. Like, are you not a woman? Like, please. Chanel, things really aren't looking good. Like, with that flashback where it said 3 months before the murder, and she's out here hooking up with Adrian in the bathroom. Like, ma'am, have you been plotting all along? Because it's looking like you offed your husband to be with your side dude. And it's like you keep digging yourself into a deeper hole every time we get more information about this case. It's really not looking good for you, girl. It really is not. Not to make any excuses for JT's despicable behavior, but is it a possibility that this excessive aggression is a side effect from that medication he was taking? Maybe it doesn't make him act like himself when he's on it. I don't know. Once again, I'm not trying to make an excuse, but that's plausible, right? Because sometimes, medicine does have various adverse effects on people's emotions and their moods. So could it really be a possibility that, not that he didn't mean to be abusive to her, but maybe the medicine took him to that point and he couldn't stop himself? Just maybe a tiny bit? No, he just wasn't shit. Never mind. I am gagged. Not the interviewer dropping the bomb that JT got one of his side chicks pregnant and even wrote a check for an abortion. Like, you can tell by Chanel's face, she knew nothing of this. She may have known about his side chicks. He didn't know he got one of them pregnant, let alone out here writing checks for them to have an abortion. Like, that interviewer really pissed me off, because once she realized that, that was news to Chanel, she should have cut the interview right there. Like, this lady still have emotions at the end of the day. You drop that for your scoop, for your interview to be more salacious, and it's like, come on now. Like, this is somebody's real emotions, right? But I am glad that Chanel was able to hold her own, though, after that. And she was able to reclaim that interview and, create her own narrative of what, she wants people to take away from her. Like, I really did like that. She was able to stand up for herself in that moment. Like, nah, you out here worrying about JT, but what about me? Like, what if it was his plan all along? Like, I really did like that part. Corey is going to have to get his personal life together, because he can't be canoodling with people who can jeopardize Chanel's case like this. Like, that interview lady put that stunt and asked that question as a power move towards Corey, for real. Like, this case, once again, is going to be so emotionally taxing for Jax. It's going to do a number on her mental, okay? But on another note, why did Louis look nervous when Jax was telling him about JT getting Tony pregnant? What do you have to hide, sir? Because you're looking a little nervous over there. When I tell you, I really didn't see, the guy that Adrian is mixed up with being JT's business manager coming. I really did not see that coming. JT out here being a despicable human being and beating up on his wife when his biggest op was right next to him his whole time, his business manager, clearly. Like, sir, you had bigger fish to fry. You could have let that lady live her life, divorce her, and try to get your finances in order, because the man you hired is trying to steal from you. Like, the tangled web of mess just keeps getting even more and more tangled. Poor Chanel, dog, for real. If JT didn't die, realistically, he probably would have killed her. Like, she would have died at the hands of that man. But OMG, who in the world was in the house with them? Who hit JT in the back of the head? Who did it? We out here pointing fingers at Chanel, and there was a third person in the house? Oh, snap. What if it was Adrian? Like, what if Adrian did it because of the deal with Evan, but Chanel thought he did it because he loved her, and that's why she's covering up for him? Like, what if it's Adrian? When I tell you I did not see that coming, I did not see that coming. I'm out here thinking, yeah, she just gonna be fighting for her life because she did it. And in reality, she was just an accomplice. Oh my God, I did not see that coming. Yeah, no, I need to catch up on the rest of these episodes ASAP. I was missing out on some good behind drama. But down in the comments, let me know your thoughts on episodes 3 and 4. Until next time, thank you for watching.